Hello everyone and welcome back to the Part-Time Gamers YouTube channel. I am Welchy, one half of the Part-Time Gamers, and welcome back to Part-Time Gamers Weekly, our weekly show where we talk about all the hot topics in video game news. We go through our Part-Time Gamers Game Club Game of the Month and also just talk about what we've been playing and any questions you guys may have. This week we were supposed to be reacting and giving our thoughts and discussions on the PlayStation State of Play. We will go through why that's not going to happen, and instead we're going to talk about what's next for their next showcase, for PlayStation's next showcase, and then go through our Part-Time Games Game Club Game of the Month, what we've been playing, as I said. So without further ado, let's get straight into it with Topic of the Week. Topic of the Week. Okay, so as I said, I planned to talk about the PlayStation State of Play event, which happened on Wednesday. I want to say Wednesday. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's Wednesday. Wednesday the 9th of March. I planned two things. I planned to react to it live and then upload that, and then have this straight after as kind of like thoughts and discussion points, because I went in with semi-high hopes. When I say semi, to be fair to PlayStation, they said when they announced the State of Play on like Tuesday or Monday, they literally announced it and it happened straight away. There was like State of Play happening, 20 minutes long only, no PSVR, and it is going to be games from Japanese developers for PS4 and PS5, and some from around the world. So first of all, 20 minutes means it's not going to be their big showcase. And Japanese developers means you're not going to get the likes of Naughty Dog, you're not going to get Sony Santa Monica, you're not going to get Insomniac, you're not going to get Sucker Punch. So that's Ghost of Tsushima, God of War, Spider-Man, Ratchet & Clank, and whatever Naughty Dog are doing out of the picture. So they were technically out of the picture, but obviously they did say around the world, so they could have had one or two of them there, or one of them. But the focus was on Japanese developers. So we went in with those expectations, but then you start thinking about Japanese developers and you've got Capcom. So I automatically thought, oh, are we finally going to get the Resident Evil 4 remake announcement? Or a Resident Evil Village DLC or something? Maybe you were going to get a Bloodborne remaster. I would have actually been, and believe me, I can't believe I'm saying this myself, I would have actually had like quite a hype reaction to that. More for like the fans who I like those kind of games. Obviously I don't really. I would have been buzzing for Fipsy, of course, but I would have been hyped as well, because out of all the Souls games, if there was any that I was actually going to put time into, it would be Bloodborne, followed by Demon's Souls, but it would be Bloodborne. And a remaster, a very good remaster, would probably at least tempt me to try it one more time. But yeah, anyway, that's a different story. And what the other else? You got Square Enix, who could have done Final Fantasy 16, other stuff, I don't know. And then there's obviously rumours about remakes such as Metal Gear Solid, which could have come from a Japanese developer. So yeah, there was still potential for some big announcements. My hopes were on Resident Evil mainly, and like maybe a Bloodborne remaster. That would have been cool announcements. Obviously, rumours started circulating that was going to happen, especially Resident Evil 4 and Bloodborne stuff. There was rumours that Hogwarts Legacy was going to be there as like the non-Japanese one. In reality, none of that happened. And as I said, I was going to react to it live, and I did. I was sat here, I watched it all, I spoke my thoughts, and the recording just did not work properly. Basically, as you could probably tell, or you might not know this, but my recording setup is very, very basic. I use my iPad to record my face. I've made my background that you can see on a free app on the iPhone, but whatever. What did I do on there? I can't remember what I did on. Basically, it's all done through an iPad or an iPhone. I edit the vid footage on an iPad on a free app, so it's all done very minimalistic because I don't have the funds to do anything more extravagant. So when I have to watch something and record my face at the same time, it can be quite complicated. I had to use my phone to record. Anyway, basically, my phone ran out of storage, but instead of stopping the recording, saving it there, and giving me a chance to delete stuff, it just thought, you know what, fuck it. We're not going to save that for you. So the footage went. The footage just disappeared, and you're not going to see my reactions to it, unfortunately. I apologise for that. I'm working on fixing that. It might mean I have to pay 80p a month to get better, what do you call it, iCloud storage or something. I don't know. I'm looking into it, so that doesn't happen again. But the good thing is, this state of play was just not my thing. My reactions would have been pretty boring, I imagine. So you're not missing out on too much. It wasn't, I'm not going to say it was a bad state of play, because there will be people out there that were pretty excited about the announcements there and the footage that was shown. I'm assuming a lot of the Japanese population will be. The Western population, there are still a lot of people in the West that do like these JRPGs and stuff. So there will be people that see this stuff and go, oh, you know what, I actually do like the look of that and I do want to play that. For me, there was maybe one new game that I didn't know about. I probably did, but forgot about it. That I am actually excited for and want to play. And then the rest was not. There's two games there that we've seen before, and I'm looking forward to them. But anyway, so basically, let's have a quick rundown. There's a game called Exoprimal, which was a game which I imagine I did as well. When it started, it said it was from Capcom and dinosaurs were there. Immediately you think, oh shit, it's a Dino Crisis remake. They're actually doing it. I'd have never played Dino Crisis, but I know there are so many people out there that want a Dino Crisis remake. So everyone's, I was like, fucking hell, the fans are going to go crazy for this. And it keeps on going, and it's like, I don't think this is it. And it wasn't. It's called Exoprimal. Coming next year from Capcom. It looks basically like a Back 4 Blood or a Aliens Fireteam Elite, but with dinosaurs. I'm sure it'll be fun, but didn't catch my eye. What else do we see? There's still so many games that I couldn't tell you what they're called because they just did not interest me at all, so I'm going to skip those. Ghostwire Tokyo was there. Obviously I reacted to that recently, their little gameplay reveal with a release date announcement. Again, that looked really good. I think that game is actually going to be better than a lot of people think. I'm hoping, obviously I hope it is, but I kind of hope I don't have to feel the urge to buy it now, because I just can't afford it. But it looks good, and I'm optimistic that it will get a decent score on Metacritic and stuff. Then they showed off more Forspoken, obviously just delayed. Got announced on Monday that it's been delayed to October, which is a shame because that was a big game coming out in May. Are they paving the way for something bigger like God of War coming out in May? Who knows? I do probably think it's actually just a delay because they need more time to work on it. That looked okay. It probably looked better than it did last time we saw it, so maybe a little bit more time will help them. But yeah, it looked okay. It definitely still doesn't look amazing. There's just something not there for me, and I can't put my finger on it. I don't know if it's this open world that's going to be a bit too empty. I just can't. Every time I watch it, I'm like, it looks cool, but is it? You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of cool effects going on, but is it going to be fun to play? Is it going to be good? It's just something there which is not convincing me, but hopefully this extra time they have can improve the game and maybe convince me that I do want to get it. But it's going to come out in October now. It's going to be a busy period. Gotham Knights is also coming out in October. That wasn't shown, but I just remembered it got a release date announcement this week. Sorry. And other than that, there was basically nothing there. Other than the one game that caught my eye, which was called Trek to Tomy? Let me just make sure it's called Trek to Tomy. Well, not Trek to Yomi. Trek to Yomi, my bad. Trek to Yomi. Which, should I put a trailer? You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to put a trailer here. Like, obviously I'll talk over it, so you can see what I'm talking about. Trek to Yomi looks really, really cool. It's like a Japanese samurai game. So think Ghost of Tsushima mixed with Sifu, mixed with a side-scrolling game. From what I could tell, it was side-scrolling. I don't know if that was the whole game. From what I could tell, it was like a side-scrolling Sifu crossed with Ghost of Tsushima game, which is right up my street. It looked phenomenal. The visual art style is like a noir, black and white visuals. Look really cool. I can just imagine it being really, really authentic and really cool. So I'm excited for that one. It's coming spring 2022, so it must have been announced before and I just forgot about it or wasn't appealing to me at the time. But now, that's on my list of things to watch, and I probably will end up getting it as long. It doesn't look like it's going to be this massive blockbuster, massive long game. So the price point will be important. If it comes around the same sort of price as Sifu, hopefully a little bit less, then I'm definitely in. It looks really cool. So other than that, there was not much to talk about this state of play. So what I wanted to talk about, I say not much to talk about in 10 minutes into the video. I wanted to quickly talk about what is next. Because there'll be a lot of people, especially from the West, that just were a bit disappointed by that showcase, that state of play. Got to mention the state of play, because obviously we want the big announcements, the big games and stuff. I am still convinced that a PlayStation showcase has to be happening relatively soon, because they are going to want to get PlayStation Spartacus out soon. My thoughts were, April's coming, it's the start of a new financial year, they're going to want to get PlayStation Spartacus out by then. So I thought that this month, March, we would see a big PlayStation showcase where they announce PlayStation Spartacus and also show us updates on their games, such as God of War, maybe Spider-Man, Hogwarts Legacy, stuff like that. This state of play this week has kind of thrown me completely, because normally they do a state of play every like 2 to 3 months, so maybe we're not getting anything for a while. I'm still convinced that we have to have something soon, not because we need it. Like, I can wait for God of War, I can wait for everything, I don't need it right now, but there are some games that have had a long time without any news, such as Hogwarts Legacy. Gotham Knights yesterday had a new date announcement, but we haven't seen it in a long time. Stuff like that we just need to know. Last of Us Factions, what the fuck is going on with that game? You know what I mean? So there are games there that we need to know what is going on. God of War, we have seen one very good trailer in November, September, whenever that was. I can't remember now. I think the next time we see it will be an announcement for their release date, so that could be there. But basically what I'm saying is, I think they don't need to do it. We're fine right now. We've just got Sifu, we've just got Horizon Forbidden West. I know Elden Ring isn't exclusive, but we've got Elden Ring. So we're not hungry for games right now, but we are hungry for news a little bit. But I think the biggest thing here is PlayStation Spartacus. They've never actually officially announced it, as far as I'm aware. There's never been an official, like, yes, we're doing this. It's been just like basically leaked and rumoured. I would go further than saying a rumour. It's basically been leaked that it's happening. And I just have to think that it has to be happening soon. I just can't see a world where it's not. Game Pass is gaining momentum every month. They've just added, literally yesterday, 10th of March, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. I can't wait to play that. I'm not playing it right now because I've got other games to play, but it's on my list to play very soon because it's on Game Pass. And it just keeps, its reputation just keeps going up and up. And I just think PlayStation needs to get their service out relatively quick. Not because they're going to lose if they don't, but it just makes sense. They've stopped selling PlayStation Now cards in shops. So you can still get PlayStation Now on the console, but they stopped selling it. So they're obviously pushing towards it. And there are people online that have reported and shown evidence that when they are buying a year's worth of PlayStation Plus now, some of them are getting access to the PlayStation Now library, which that's not right. But that is what PlayStation Spartacus is meant to be, is a combination. So it sounds like they are putting in the steps for it to happen and fucking up, and it's coming out leaking and stuff, but it sounds like it is imminent. It really does sound like it's imminent, which is why I was convinced we was going to get this showcase this month. So now that we've had state of play, I think it will happen in April, and I think maybe PlayStation Spartacus will launch May or June, depending on when it gets announced in April and stuff. But I do feel like there's going to be something in April, especially if the rumours of God of War coming out earlier than we expect is going to be true. If that is true, then yeah, there's got to be a showcase relatively soon. I'm just trying to think. In Horizon Forbidden West, they announced the release date the final release date at least 3 to 4 months before, I think, before it actually came out. So if it came out in February, I think in November, yeah, roughly then. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. And I think they're going to want that kind of similar lead time to promote the game and whatnot, and show it off. So if you think it comes out in April, if we get a showcase in April announcing the release date, that would be May, June, July, August. That could happen. Could. September maybe could happen. I don't know. The rumours that it's coming out in May or June are looking slimmer and slimmer by the day, but you never know. You never know. We can only hope. So yeah, I think PlayStation Showcase will happen in April. What do I think will be there? I think God of War Ragnarok will be there. The next showcase will have God of War Ragnarok with an announcement of release date or window. But I imagine date now, we're getting closer and closer. Hogwarts Legacy, Warner Brothers continue to say that it's coming this year. I'm still not 100% convinced until I see it again. Again, every day it goes by that we're not seeing Hogwarts Legacy, the less I'm convinced it's coming out this year. But they could be waiting for a big reveal. So hopefully it's coming this year. I think it'll be there. Gotham Knights is coming out in October. Whether it's at PlayStation or not, I don't know. But if it is going to be a PlayStation Showcase, it's going to be this next one. And I also think we will see... I'm going to say we'll see Naughty Dog. I'm not going to say we're going to see Last of Us Factions, because I just have no fucking idea what's going on with them over there. But I think we'll see Naughty Dog and what they're doing next. Teased. Last of Us 2 come out, 2 years ago nearly? So they've had time to at least come up with a teaser for their next project. The next project, single player project, is at least 3 or 4 years away, I believe. Just going on timescales. So I think it would get teased. And if Last of Us Factions is real and happening, that will be fully announced. But Naughty Dog will be there, I think, at this next showcase. Insomniac, I'm not sure. It's tough to gauge that one. Do they want to show off more Spider-Man with God of War and stuff happening? Would they rather just get that out of the way and then start showing off Spider-Man? We've had a lot of Spider-Man, so I don't think we're desperate to see that one yet. We know it's coming next year, probably in the summertime. So we could probably wait till later in the year, like a second showcase, to see Spider-Man. Same thing goes for Wolverine, because that's going to be another year later. It would be cool to see something from it, but I don't think we will see it this time. So I'm not sure we're going to see Insomniac at this next showcase, unless they've got some like Ratchet and Clank DLC coming. But I don't think we're going to see Spider-Man 2 or Wolverine. Maybe I'm wrong, but I in my logic, I don't see it happening. Sucker Punch is an interesting one. Ghost of Tsushima is also 2 years old. Will they tease number 2? Maybe. If it is, it's going to be teased, because I think they're going to be 2 to 3 years away. I don't think they'll take as long as Naughty Dog to release a new game. But I do think they're going to be at least 2 to 3 years away from releasing that one. Yeah, if they come out in 2020, I could see it coming out in 2024. So they might tease it. Sucker Punch could be their tease and Ghost of Tsushima 2, which would be cool. Huge. Very popular game. Big fan of that game. In terms of other like actually it's still other first parties to go through. What are Bluepoint doing? Bluepoint just made Demon's Souls. What are they doing? Are they making a new original game, or are they continuing with their good track record of making remakes? There's heavy rumours that there's a Metal Gear Solid remake on the way, but there's also rumours of an Infamous remake, Sly Cooper remake. It is painful reading all these rumours, because like you want them so bad. I personally really want an Infamous remake. I haven't been a fan of Metal Gear Solid, but if it was remade from the beginning, I would give it a go. Sly Cooper I've never played, so I'd give it a go, I guess. But I'm pushing for a Infamous remake. Obviously, I said earlier, there's rumours of Bloodborne. I think the success of Elden Ring, I'm just kind of going on tangents here, guys, but this whole state of play this week threw all my ideas out the window, so I've just got to kind of go with it. Anyway, the Bloodborne remaster, I just think the success of Elden Ring, the absolutely wide-scale success, has to have PlayStation, if they haven't been already, thinking, oh shit, we need this Bloodborne remaster, we need to do something with Bloodborne 2 if you want, but something needs to happen, because people like these games. These games sell. Yes, they're, I would still argue, niche, but they sell. They sell so well. And they're missing a trick if they don't do something with Bloodborne. Or at least another Souls game from, I don't know, Blue Point, I don't know. But I think if they're clever, they would go for a Bloodborne remake or remaster, or the bare minimum, a PS5 upgrade. But I think they'd get the best reception if they did a remaster. Which is crazy because the game only came out, 2015? 7 years? I mean, they remastered Last of Us 1 in like 1 year? 2 years? So it's definitely doable. And I think when you play Bloodborne, you can tell it needs a kind of upgrade, especially in frame rate and like resolution. It can do with it. So I think a remaster would go down well and sell like hotcakes. So that's surely coming. If they've only just realised it needs to come, it's going to be a way out. But hopefully for those fans out there, they've been doing it for a while. So yeah, other developers, third-party developers, we're obviously not going to see Activision anymore because they're technically not with Xbox yet. They still got to close the deal, but that relationship's there. They're going to be with Xbox, not PlayStation, in terms of showcase anyway. Same with Bethesda, obviously. But we will see Capcom. I think we'll see Resident Evil tends to have a very good relationship with Sony. So I do think if we're going to get this Resident Evil 4 remake announcement, it will be there. We're not going to get Resident Evil 9 for at least a few years. So I believe Resident Evil 4 remake is next, unless they're going to do some other spin-off game. Resident Evil games normally have been coming out yearly, pretty much. I think this might be the first year we don't get one in a while, which is fine. We can wait till next year, but I think they need another game next year, and I think it'll be the 4 remake. Will it be announced this showcase? I think it will. I do think it will. If not, it will be DLC for Resident Evil 8 Village, whatever. And then surely we've got to see Final Fantasy 16, because that game looked cool. I've never played Final Fantasy, so I can't say much about it, but it looked cool and actually had my attention. It's supposedly coming out this year? Was it meant to come out last year? I have a feeling it was meant to come out last year. I can't remember. It's been so long since we've seen it. I could have sworn they said 2021. Maybe it said 2022. I'm starting to think they said 2021. I can't remember. But yeah, we have to see something on that soon. I'm pretty sure I've seen that they have said something's coming out in the spring. Whether that's their own thing. But if that was like a hint at that, yeah, you're going to see something in spring, because PlayStation Showcase is happening in spring. What is spring? April? Let's go. It's going to happen. Yeah, that's basically what I'm expecting to see. I know I've just basically given them the best PlayStation Showcase ever with my stuff there. Ghost of Tsushima 2, Naughty Dog's next project, God of War release date, Bloodborne remaster, Infamous remaster, Resident Evil 4 remake. That is just too good to be true. But part of me thinks it's ready. Like that, all those things are in the pipeline. As far as I'm pretty 99% sure those things are in the pipeline. So that could be the showcase, which would be fucking phenomenal, I have to say. Hogwarts Legacy as well, so it'll be phenomenal. But yeah, I think that's all I want to say on this topic. Is basically State of Play this week wasn't for me, but I'm still convinced the showcase is coming and will be. It'll bring the heat. It'll bring the stuff that we want to see, and I'll hopefully react to it without it fucking up on my phone. So yeah, let's obviously let me know in the comments, guys, what you think. Do you think we're going to see a State of Play, not a State of Play, a showcase soon, or do you think it's now months away? And what do you expect to see there when it does come? And what did you think of the State of Play? Were there any games that you thought looked good? Does Trek to Yomi look good to you? Let me know in the comments. For now, let's move on to the Part-Time Gamers Game Club.
The Part-Time Gamers Game Club.
The hardest thing for me is I have to pause long enough for that little jingle there, but I can't hear it myself, so I have to kind of guess it. Anyway, Part-Time Gamers Game Club. This month, as we announced last week, it is Shadow Warrior 3. I have to admit, I've only played about 45 minutes. I'm struggling to find the time to play it. One of the main reasons for that is that I decided to do a Let's Play on it, and that might come back to bite me on the arse, but I want to record the whole playthrough of that game and upload it to YouTube. Episode 1 is up now. If you haven't seen it, please do go and watch it. It's a really cool start to the game, actually. I really enjoyed the first 45 minutes. I'm looking forward to playing it. I have got plans to record some more today. Maybe a second episode and third episode if I get time. So I do have plans to play it, and I want to play it because I enjoyed that first 45 minutes. It's really cool. If you are planning on giving it a go, I would definitely recommend it. It's on PlayStation now. It's basically, it feels like it's got inspiration a bit from Doom. Obviously the 2016 version. It's a first person shooter, but you've also got a katana, kind of like sword. It's really fun to play. It's clearly an indie kind of title. It's clearly not AAA, but it is fun and it's funny as well. The main character so far has been really funny. It's just hitting the right notes at the moment. It's just surrounded by enemies all the time. It's constant combat. It's really fun. There's finishes you can do which are very, very Doom-like. And then if certain enemies, when you finish them, you get like an object and you throw it and it does something. This one I had freezes the enemies around you. It was really cool and really satisfying. I'm really looking forward to playing it more. So I plan on doing that today. Hopefully next time when I do this Part-Time Games Weekly, I'm like 3 to 4 hours in, hopefully, for any luck. I'm not sure how long the game is. Should we have a look? I'm going to Google it. How long is Shadow Warrior 3? How long to beat? Because if it's going to be like 20 hours, I'm going to have to tell you right now, we're not going to beat it this month. How long to beat Shadow Warrior 3? 6 to 8 hours. Estimate attained to complete all 38. Oh, all achievements. Oh wow, that's to do all achievements. Wow. So it sounds like it's going to be even shorter than that. How long is Shadow Warrior 3? I don't okay. Basically 3 to 6 hours, which is doable. 6 to 8 hours. That's for the platinum. That's very doable. I might go for that. But yeah, it sounds like I will be able to finish that for this month. So that's cool. Let's move on to what we've been playing. Obviously, not much Shadow Warrior 3. Actually, last time I did this, I told you I was trying to get the platinum for Sifu. I've now got the platinum for Sifu, and I am very, very happy about that, and can't believe that I did it, to be honest. I did message Fipsy saying that it's one of my proudest platinums, and then since then I've done some thinking, and I stick by that because it was hard. Like, I did it relatively quick, which I guess kind of makes it sound like it wasn't that hard. I did it in 21 hours according to PlayStation's timer. But some of those trophies were hard. Beating the final boss younger than 25 was a real challenge. Definitely doable. If I can do it, it's definitely doable. But it was a real challenge. But a fun one. One thing about the platinum is I enjoyed every bloody second of it. Every single second. There were some trophies which were a bit strange. Not strange, but unhelpful, where one of them was to, I think I mentioned this last week, to use all the finishing moves, but it didn't tell you how many there were, and there's no way to track which ones you have or haven't done. I randomly got it, and I can't even remember what the finishing move I did was. Oh, I do. I kind of ran around and I just hit him with a bat. So you had to do with each kind of weapon. So obviously he was missing one with the bat. So I've got that somehow. And then after that one, as soon as that one popped, I was like, oh shit, I can get the platinum, because that's the one I thought would take the longest, because I don't know which one I'm missing. After that it was pretty easy. Obviously after the beating the game under 25. So yeah, I am super proud of that one. If I had to rank it, I don't know where I'd put it, but my proudest platinums, because they're the most difficult and because they're games I love, are Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 2 Remake, God of War, and Sifu. Is there anything else? I've got 36 platinums now. I think they're the hardest ones. My rarest one is FIFA 14, but yeah, I'm not proud of that one like I am the others. Got the infamous games, Ghost of Tsushima, Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Yeah, I think I think Sifu would definitely be in my top 4 proudest platinums and hardest platinums. So yeah, I've buzzing about that. I haven't played it since, and that's one thing is I was when I got that platinum, I was so happy, but I was also kind of sad because I haven't played it since, and I miss it. It's such a good game, and I just love that game so much. Love it. Hence why I went for the platinum. What else have I been playing? Horizon Forbidden West. According to my save file, I'm 32 hours in. According to the PlayStation timer, I'm about 35 hours in. So I don't know if when the game's paused, I guess when the game's paused, the timer stops, but I don't feel like I pause it much. But if I'm in the menus, I'm guessing it might also stop the timer, which I do spend time in the menus because you're like going through your weapons upgrade and shit and looking at the map and stuff. So that might be why it's slightly different to the PlayStation timer. But let's say I'm 32 hours in. I'm having a great time, an absolutely fantastic time. I'm trying to do more of the main missions because I feel like I'm doing way too much side stuff, and it's gonna take years, well, months to complete. So I'm starting to do more of the main stuff, and I'm loving it. I'm loving the combat more so this time. I do remember with Horizon Zero Dawn, I used to like kind of not dread, but I didn't think the combat was great. It wasn't perfect against the machines or the humans. This time around, I just find the combat against the machines is so good. It's probably not even that different. Maybe it's a frame rate thing. Maybe it's just animations. I don't know, but it's just so much better this time around. And I could probably say that about every single aspect about this game. I mentioned it last time, but the side missions and the characters and the animations, the voice acting it's just gone up a massive level. And in my opinion, I know a lot of people saying Elden Ring is the new gold standard for open worlds. I haven't played it. I have my opinions on it from what I've seen. But anyway, this to me, Horizon is the new gold standard for open world story games. Elden Ring's not story games, so let's cancel that one out. Open world story games such as a Spider-Man or a Ubisoft title. I just feel like the love and care that the Horizon has put into every single character you meet in that game is mind-blowing. The voice acting is so good. The animations, the facial animations, the facial expressions, everything is top-notch. I am blown away by it. Every time you come across a new side character, you're thinking, another one? I don't think I've filled half the map yet. Who the fuck's going to be on this other side of the map? It's crazy to me how much time and effort this must have taken. And yeah, I'm just having a really good time with it. A really good time. And that's why I've been doing side stuff, because I don't want it to end. But part of me wants to beat it so I can relax a bit more and play other games a bit more. But yeah, it's such a good game. I don't see myself... I'm going to beat it before I stop playing it. So, and I'm planning on getting the platinum. Fantastic game. Absolutely love it. And I highly recommend it to anyone who wants to give it a go. And I think that's what I've been playing. Last night me and Scott finished Gears Judgment Aftermath, which is a DLC for Gears Judgment. I think last week I said that we finished Judgment. We've now finished a DLC as well. So we have done everything that Gears has to offer in terms of every single Gears game. Apart from the remake and Ultimate Edition. We might do that one. But Gears 1 to Gears 5, including Judgment, including all DLCs except for one. We haven't done the Gears of War 3 DLC, but we're planning to do that one, so that's cool. And I think that's what I've been playing. I haven't played Pokemon this week, even though I'm wearing, you probably can't see it, my Pokemon t-shirt. I carry on doing my brain training on the Switch. Have I played anything else? Let me get my phone up. I've played a couple games of Splitgate again recently. Don't you remember me talking about that previously? I made a video on it before. Yeah, Splitgate's a really fun game. Really fun multiplayer shooter. It's basically Halo / Portal, and it's on PlayStation and Xbox, but it's the Halo game for people that can't play Halo. Obviously I can play Halo on Xbox, but there's something about Splitgate I'd really enjoy, so I'm playing that. And I think that's it. I haven't played Xbox other than with Scott on Gears Judgment. Yeah, that's what I'm playing. Mainly Horizon, it was mainly Sifu last week to get the platinum. So yeah, games are fucking great, guys, and just think that we are 2.5 months in to the year, and we've had Sifu, Horizon Forbidden West, and Elden Ring already. Man, what a year so far, and with so much to come. I can't wait. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Part-Time Gamers Weekly. If you did, please leave a like. Helps us out a lot. Leave a comment, as I said. Let me know what you thought of State of Play. Let me know what you think is going to happen in the next PlayStation showcase and when. And let me know if you've been playing Shadow Warrior 3, if you're enjoying it, if you're not. Obviously, please check out my Let's Play. Episode 2 and 3 will hopefully be coming soon. And leave a comment, let me know what you've been playing as well. Any questions you want to ask, if there's anything you want me to talk about next week, maybe it's my favourite game, my favourite series, whatever, anything, game series. And yeah, subscribe to see more. Check our links down below for TikTok, Instagram, Twitter and whatnot. And yeah, thanks for watching everyone, and we will see you next time.